And hello. It's working. Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to our daily Mirror Dungeon ID study and book reading. Today, however, before we begin, we have something special to see. Something very nice to see. The Walpurgis teaser is out here. And we're gonna get to that as soon as Limbus unfreezes, because apparently it just froze. There we go, it's unfrozen now. Hello, Acidic Trauma. We're about to watch the Walpurgis teaser. I just want to, make sure everything's in check. I got my pose ready for the day. That's what I was saving up for. This is this is a thing for later. Yes, everything is in order here on my PC. Mirror Dungeon is in order. Haven't done luck excavation because we don't need it. We have plenty of tickets as it stands, but we're probably gonna need more. So before we watch that, let's do a quick luck excavation real quick, just to get into the spirit of things, get ourselves warmed up. That's all. We're gonna just thank the usual suspects here to deal with the problems of the luck excavation. Am I missing any middle member here? I think I am. Anyway, let's just grab some XP real quick. Get ourselves nice and cozy. Ugh. I realized that I started streams a little too much on the dot. I gotta give time for people to actually join in, because not everyone, I don't have a big enough public that we're gonna be waiting for me here as we start, but I appreciate you being here nonetheless. So we're just gonna grab some XP because we need it, and still working on my ability to get every single eagle to max level, so we're gonna need lots of tread, lots of stuff. So let's just take it easy for a bit of the XP excavation. It's Blunt Day, so it's gonna be real easy. Today's stream is going to be about, Fire Fist Office Gregor solo, which is always fun. Always nice to hear Gregor screaming for something. And we're gonna see more of Gregor today as well, because the Walpurgis promised to be good. I have been holding off from watching the teaser the entire day. I've been very excited to see it. Been avoiding Twitter and all their social media as much as I can, so I don't get spoiled on it. But I am looking forward to it. Let's just get over to these 10 fights, get ourselves nice and comfy, and then we're gonna get to it. Hello there, Akui MD. Nice to see you this time on time. How are you doing? That is a good tree? No. We can turn that into a happy smile. Hello there, Oswald. I do believe you were new here. Welcome to the stream nonetheless. Hello and welcome. So we're just gonna get these 10 XP real quick here, and then we're gonna get to the trailer. So let's just hang out for a little bit, have a little bit of fun, get ourselves nice. I'm gonna put these dogs outside. 1 second. 1 second, please. Let me just give the orders to my thinner so that they can start beating the hell out of these goons. Good enough. Very good, very good. I should have marked on the stream I was gonna watch the Walpurgis today, but forgot about that. But let's just get our XP here. It's gonna be quick. It's the middle we're talking about. Once we get them fully powered up, it's gonna be easy. Just put the purple out there, because we need to get hit. It's also very weird that the middle king is really good at beating the middle, because they all deal blunt damage and the middle is weak to blunt. Go, going. Normal mission, normal fight. I'm looking forward to starting Lobotomy Corporation next week. We only got a few more episodes before we reach the 100, but Lobotomy Corporation is going to be a fun time once again. I'm going to do it modless, maybe just something to fix the memory leak, because I know that hasn't been patched yet, so we don't get screwed over. Doing a hard day and they suddenly, I could say they have a soft spot for the family. That's a good one. That's a good one. So I'm looking forward to Lobotomy Corporation again. Looking forward also for Power Word on the 10th, because big update coming up, and I am a fan of Power Word. I'll tell you that much. I like it. I played it. Never actually truly finished it, but I'm gonna finish it this time because it's 1.0 and it's gonna be a good old time. After what they did with the katana empowered, I'm sold on the game 100%. Because I always wanted to play like a Pokemon-like game where you get creatures and you make the creatures stronger, but I always wanted to fight alongside the creatures, and you know, I never liked the turn-based strategy of Pokemon, the same issue I talk about the Clash system a lot, so it really didn't sell me. But Power it's not exactly like that. They have sort of a turn, they have cooldowns in their attacks, but it's still a lot better than just, you know, wait for thing to happen for thing to happen. When I get a library arena, do it, yeah, it's a very good game. The only thing I recommend is the no grind mod, because why is there is already a proto-gacha mechanic in Library of Ruina. You don't need to suffer through that. Just get the no grind and call it a day. Focus on the story. I had a guy once argue that the book burning mechanic in Library of Ruina was essential to the fights, essential to learning the game, and I can tell it's bullshit, because the argument was that if you need to grind to get your books in Library of Ruina, if you don't need to grind it, you don't learn how to raise the emotion level, and the emotion level naturally rises during battle, so it's a whatever. That was his argument. Literally just, you know, you have to grind more because this way you're gonna learn more of the game, and sure, you're gonna learn the game, but I already beat the fight, I don't want to do it again to get the book, to get a chance to get the keyword. Never mod my games. Honestly, I play like games are intended. I tend to mod games after I'm done with them because I'm gonna have fun with the experience molded by myself. If I disagree with something in the game and it's within my power to change, I will change it. I will not be stopped, and I have done so several times, and I always have a good old time with it. Especially with games that actually support modding. They are very fun. Like, for example, Elden Ring. I played a lot of Elden Ring. Beat Elden Ring, 100% Elden Ring. Once I was done with Elden Ring, popped a bunch of mods, made a few of my own, because I wanted a big katana. I got the big katana later on Shadow of the Earth Tree, but before that, I made my own big katana by swapping game files around, and I just made my own. I also went and made a character that looked like a skeleton, because I could do that. I knew how to, so I just did it. So once I'm done with the game, the experience, I will change the game to whatever I want, because I have the capacity to do so. And while especially now that Sony decided to stop making physical games, the game is mine technically, so I modify it however I want. Of course, I'm not going to do it with Limbus. I know there are mods for Limbus, but Limbus is a live service game. I don't want to risk my account, so I'm never going to mod it. This Limbus. I have modded Library of Ruina before. Not my own mod, but have, you know, done certain receptions and such, changed a few things. The no grind mod. Because I honestly just go for the no grind mod. Trust me, you're not missing out on redoing a fight like Xiao, for example, just because it didn't get her key page, which is the equivalent of a 000 ID. Because sometimes the fights are incredibly hard, and you feel real good that you did it. Like, wow, that was a hard fight, fought to the last, it was like 2 nuggets left, low HP, that was a good fight. Alright, let's get our rewards. You go, you do the book burning, you open up the pack, which is the same thing, and you didn't get the key page you need. What do you need to do now? You gotta go back and do the fight again! Isn't it fun? Isn't it nice? You get to do the fight again! I'm gonna want to Mecha Chameleon. I don't know, it must be because maps get boring after a while. I haven't played Mecha Chameleon. I don't much care for it, honestly. How much Book of Vengeance we get? It's so difficult to get Book of Vengeance, man, for Heathcliff. Because for Book of Vengeance to activate, you have to get hit, and you get only 1 stack per hit. Of course, if you're getting countered, it's fine, but still. I have a lot of videos on my channel as well from Lethal Company. We played that modded to hell and back. We had like Don't Touch Me from Lobotomy Corporation in Lethal Company. It was fun as hell. Very good. Continue with the Purple Mania. Let's just do counters so we can get the maximum Books of Vengeance. Gotta go fast here anyway. Ah, we got 5 tattoos. That's much faster to do. Yeah, you literally go all out on counters and you get your power-ups because of Book of Vengeance. Two guys. Just kill them. Let's get those XP tickets because we're gonna have 2 IDs to level up on the wall for this, and I want to make sure I have enough, you know, tickets for that. Once we're done here, we're gonna get the video. Which wave we are? Yeah, we're almost there. Come on, hit us. It's not time yet to unleash the big attack again. I want to get the full power up first. Yeah. 20 Books of Vengeance. It goes up to 30, right? I keep forgetting. I use this ID a lot and I keep forgetting. Book of Vengeance Heathcliff. Goes up to 30. Yep. Let's do it one more time. Full counter resonance. Come on, boys. Hit me. Strike down. I've been doing this weekend just preparation for the next chapter of my tabletop, and it's going really well. Like, it's a lot of dialogue I have to write. Still haven't got started on the big map I have to do, and there's a chance that we might skip tabletop this weekend. Not entirely sure. I will check with my players, but if it does happen, it's going to be on the Sunday. Let's do this, guys. How is Book of Vengeance going? Not ready yet. Sounds about time to use the biggest boy attack. Now it has the proper AoE, I believe? Yeah, the AoE of 3. Sinclair got all his Books of Vengeance. We are in peak power right now for the middle. Oh, almost. It still needs to get 4 books on him, which should be exceptionally easy. 10 tattoos on Ishmael. Very nice. Man, the middle was the biggest winner of the season, I gotta tell you. The Dark Fathers are cool, very powerful, but the full middle team just destroys everything at this point. I've seen a lot of people do Reflect Trials and, what's it called? Effect Trial, Mirror Dungeon, Rayaways with just the middle, and they're just destroying everything. We're gonna get a stagger now. But she negates stagger, that's right. We're almost fully charged. Come on, just a few more tattoos. Just a few more Books of Vengeance. It takes forever though to get the full power up on the Big Brother Ricardo. It reflects his own fight. If you let him go for too long, he just gets too powerful. But the same can be said about most IDs in this game. If they spend too long in the field, they just get more and more powerful. There you go. Right, we're almost done. We're almost done. Sorry about this. I just wanted to do some XP before we started. We gotta pay the XP tax from the last units we got. I think this is almost the end. Yep, almost the end. Let's save our more powerful purples for the next round, so it's automatic victory.
골치 아픈 것들이 고깃 조각이 되었군요, 단테. 나쁘지 않은 성과입니다.
Total in complete extermination. Triple kill. Very nice. I like the needle. The needle is fun to play. It's a simple gimmick, but fun to play. Oh my! Struggling. You get paralyzed. You did get paralyzed. I can ring rate the rest of this without having to worry too much now. Is middle ult the next Malphals? Good question, Soek. It is exceptionally powerful. Yes. Is it busted as Malphals? I don't know. But the middle team altogether, because they all synergize with each other, are very powerful. Just know for sure that synergy is the most powerful of the elements here. Most powerful of the status aim. Also, how are you doing, Soek? We're about to watch the Walpurgis teaser because I haven't watched it. So it's going to be a live reaction, which I'm going to turn into a video because the slot must flow. And I want to get my slot out there, if you know what I mean. Also, just realized that the settings I use on this microphone doesn't catch my clapping when I do clapping sometimes, which is kind of odd, but what do you know? I'd have to change the settings of this so it doesn't catch all the background noise because my room is not properly, you know, isolated. I don't have like a setup for this, just my computer. I'm doing quite great, as you can see. We're about done here with the. I think this is the last wave. We're about done with the XP excavation. I just need a few more tickets for the upcoming units of the Walpurgis. And there we go. Is Limbus muted? No, Limbus not muted. I thought for a second that Limbus was muted. There we go. Oh, you set up. Beautiful. I'm never gonna get tired of watching that, man. The sound effects are so crisp and good. It's kind of a brain dead team, though. I'm gonna be entirely honest. You don't have to do much. Just slot in those counters, plop that envy residence, and reap the rewards. Might not be able to play much Limbus Company this month. What happened to Civic Trouble? I mean, there's not much coming out except the Walpurgis and the upcoming Bokak for the Railway, but Kanto 10 is somewhere around the corner, right? the blunt damage gut stabbing. One guy. There's one more wave. Let's kill him. One more blast before we finish this and watch that video. Here we go. Another one. Here we go. So nice to see them in full capacity, full power like that. This is why I wish the packs on the mirror dungeon were a single long continuous fight. Not long fights like some packs are, but you literally enter, you get the fight, you do like 2-3 fights in a row without a pause, without like going back to the map. Then you get a random event, and then depending on your choice, you get into a fight or another one, but then you continue up to the next fight, and then to the next fight, up the way to the top, and then to the boss fight, like a non-stop continuous fight. That would be fun. I think it would be fun. It would let the units that need power-ups stay powered up, which is an issue that I have a lot sometimes. It just leaves like a bitter taste in my mouth because you finally get to see the unit in full power, but then the fight ends and then we have to go to the next one, fully reset. Sure, it might be difficult to maintain the snowball for the enemies to keep up with the snowball of power, but they could get their own snowballs. I don't know. I'm doing art fight this year, so for a whole month I'm gonna be art for other people. Interesting. I don't know what an art fight is, but the best of luck for you in your combat. Alright, say goodbye to these two goons and let's get with that video. Now that we have people here. Game over. The tickets are mine. The middle is destroyed. Man, if only the middle knew what we were doing inside of our bus with our people. Right? Oh yes, I've been thinking about the background of Araya Ryoshu here, and I realized what's going on here. So, spoilers for Kanto 9 if you haven't watched it yet, or haven't played or watched it yet, whatever. In the Kanto 9, Ryoshu cocks up the plan, like, I'm gonna put Araya in the time vault. Shut up, Heathcliff. So, Araya, god damn it, everyone is stuck. Anyway. So, Ryoshu cooks up the plan of putting Araya in the time vault, locking it up, making a mark with her sword so that she knows what the vault is. This so that you could attack the nurse fathers, injure them, like remove the arm from Matthias, the eye of Valentina, half the face of Rian, etc., etc. They did that because this way it would lead the nurse fathers to think that she found a way to be safe out there in the back streets in the world. What happened in the mirror world of House of Later Spiders Ryoshu is that she didn't put Araya in the vault. What happened was she took Araya with her out the fucking House of Spiders. And what happened is they sent every single finger after her, hunting her down. Now, if you have read Berserk or something of the like, it is incredibly difficult to fight while having to protect someone that is helpless. And so Ryoshu tried to join up with Limbus Company to protect her, but Limbus Company in the mirror world did not offer the protection that she needed. So she willingly came back to the House of Spiders with her tiny little baby Araya in order to have them stop doing the hunt. Stop hunting me. And in doing so, she claimed the Jihu star as her relic. And as we have learned about the Pinky, one of the rules about them is that you cannot have a secondary relic. You can only have one. And so she chose the Jihu star instead of the Tiancha star, which meant Ryoshu could no longer be the Muga, could not longer be the, Jane slasher of fates and slasher of memory. The fate fell down onto Araya, and because they had to do all this shit again, they shoved Araya into the time vault, had her mature up like an egg in an incubator, and then they had to jumpstart her training that they did to Ryoshu again, so much faster, with harsher abuse coming from Valentina, etc., etc. So this is what happened. That identity for Ryoshu is a Raya that was chosen to be the next wielder of the Tianxia star. But using the Tianxia star, she forgot that Ryoshu was her mother. Well, mother that raised her. But I'm stalling. Let's get down to the fun stuff. I'm gonna have to mute Limbus. Give me just a moment. Gonna go over here. Gotta change, not that. Change this. Go. Desktop audio on. Display capture on. All right. I have never made a reaction video before. This is gonna be a first one for me. So let me try to do an intro here. Okay, I didn't think of anything about this. Is my audio all right? I hate to record this. It's wrong. All right, let's see. What do I say? What do I say for an intro for one of these reaction videos? Hello and welcome. Hello and welcome. No, that's kind of lame. What do I say here? What do I say here? Our fight is a month-long event starting July from 1st to July 31st when art to draw each other. Oh, season they're called attacks. Normally they're troop terms. For here we have 3. Interesting. All right. So, hello and welcome to this here reaction to the, what was the Walpurgis we're in now? The 9th Walpurgis night. This is my first time doing a reaction video like this, so do forgive me if I'm doing this wrong. I don't think you can do a reaction video wrong, but here we are. I have avoided social media all day so we can watch this together, so let's get down to it. We're gonna watch it once without pause. We're just gonna watch it, and then we're gonna come back to it and check out things in slow. So without any further ado from my part, let's begin. Make sure the volume is cranked up, and here we go. My lunacy awaits. Things are gone. Where are you, the pieces? We got Eastern with the long hair again. What you gonna do?
이 처참한 보호와 허접이 그대를 화장할지니.
God. Oh my! Oh yes! Now, this is the thing, I'll say this is my first reaction. This was no exaggeration on my part. I love miniguns. Ask any of my friends, ask anyone. I love miniguns. Oh, we got the fully automatic thing machine now. Oh, I am going to enjoy playing this ego with the ID, man. I have seen memes like this. I have seen a lot of memes that talk about that laser, I see. My linear self shall bear the purple thread. That is great.
비나라는 건 이름이 아니란다. 이곳, 이 수많은 무덤이 있는 공간의 슬픈 이름이지. 나는 그저 우물을 깃는 자.
Yes, show me your pocket, Bina. I'm Bina, Bina.
무엇을 내게 길어올리라 부탁하려고 이곳으로 온 거니?
Ah, it's an encampment. We kind of expected there was not going to be a unique fight, just an encampment. But let's see Long Gregor. Mustache.
위장 활동을 깨우기 위해 따뜻한 차를 마시는 것은 건강상 권장되긴 합니다만 다른 것들도 즐겨보시는 건 어떨까요, 그레고리? 정실이시다면 한 개라도 부탁드리겠습니다. 나보다 날개 꽂힌 바늘이 건물의 벽체를 녹이는 것도 물론 주요한 문제입니다. 이 바늘의 연쇄성이 더 문제인 것 같군요. 주변을 걷고 있던 일반 주민들이 바늘에 찔리는 것만으로 재폭발을 일으키니 이런 단순 반복 업무를 파우스트에게 맡기는 것은 나비가 커다란 능력적 손실을 야기합니다. 싱클레어 당신의 쌍화차 제조 능력은 확실히 훌륭하지만 당신이 그런 것만 하려고 해결사가 된 것은 아닐 테니까요. 이 업무를 봐두도록 하시죠.
자네가 하기 귀찮아서가 아니고
실없는 소리는 그의 성장에 도움이 되지 않습니다. 그래도
There is no mustache on that Gregor. There is a kind of mustache on
순조롭게
him, but
끝났던
not the full
꽤
majestic
고생할 것이라고
mustache. Where is it? Oh.
여러분들이
The
파우스트가
AoE
생각했던
attack, and it
것보다
grows even more.
유능했던
How
덕을
much
있겠군요.
levels of glowing guitar case do we have on the
추가의
creature?
책도 이번에 회수하도록 할까요? 반응형 사출. 전부 조각 모드. 가끔 파우스트만 사무소를 먹여 살리고 있는 것 같기도 합니다.
자네들은 나가서 먹어. 나는 사무실에서 적당히 처리해도 되니까.
There is no mustache, but the arm though, the arm looks cool as
다음으로는
fuck.
어떻게 할지 고민해봐야 하거든.
The loss
알지?
of a mustache is really bad,
요새
man.
이야기가 많잖아. 이 초대장.
Fucking early this morning.
싱크레어고. 아침부터 수고가 많아. 어제 의뢰가 좀 늦게 끝나서 늦게 들러도 된다고 했건만. 파우스트야. 그 천의 바늘 의뢰는 마무리 잘했나?
I wouldn't like be talk. Oh, that's crack of dawn.
명예, 신분 상승
Very nice.
그런
I
것들만
am
너무
thinking a
좋진
charred
않는 거
burn. Looks
좋잖아.
like charred burn.
새겨 잘 설명하지는 못하겠지만
But pretty cool.
그렇게 점점 풍족해져가는 것들에 대한 생각을 하고 있으면은
That's an assist attack, okay.
불현듯
Two assist attacks.
역경이
Is this turn of Lord Lu?
아마 내가 기억하지 못해도
That is an assist defense, alright.
몸이 경험적으로 떠올리고 있는 거겠지.
Defense that turns into a counter. It's
그런 것들이
just like
참
Callisto Hunger.
긍정적이지
I'm
못했어.
not paying attention to the dialogue right now. Let's look at it after.
오늘따라 상태들이 많이 안 좋았나? 이 정도 의뢰할 줄 알았으면 고민할 필요도 없었겠고.
Oh,
다른
come on.
이들의 책도
They added the
찾아볼까요?
teleportation
그래,
device,
그래.
didn't they?
하는 김에 부수입도
If you don't know,
챙기자.
Library of Ruin,
쇼바이 건
the
확실히
Lib kind
챙겨줘.
of gets
쏠쏠할 것
teleported
같아.
during the second fight? First or second fight? The first one he just runs away.
곧 여명이
Crack of Dawn,
찾아오겠지.
it has a unique cutscene when he does it.
네가 죽인 목숨들의 숫자를
That is
빼야겠다.
a good. That is a good slash. That's a good part of that.
정말
That
네
arm.
목숨이 그 목숨들을 합한 값보다 값어치 있는지 날아가야 해. 나를 가로막는 껍질을
Here?
깨부수고
Enter.
곳으로
Yeah, Cameron, what happened?
스럽지만 견딜게요. 딛고 일어설게요.
Alright, it's just reinforced what I was talking
보다
about.
슬퍼하고 있는
yesterday.
나를 위해
Project Moon's probably not going to
피어올라라.
outside my needs. They're most likely to release egos and identities that enhance previous ones rather than power them up as necessary. Alright. Now, I sorry about me chimping out at the beginning there because I love miniguns. I have like, how many hours do I have in TF2? And most of them are just playing heavy. I absolutely love miniguns. They're my favorite weapon. I love the way they look. I love the way they spin. I love the excessive firepower, the excessive fire rate. I want to look at that again. Let's take a look at the trailer a little bit slower now. Let's pause that stuff and take a better look. We got Yiseng with the long
누구를
hair.
전하겠어?
Very obituary. We got the big ass minigun. Let me take a look at that. For your funeral pyre shall come a light in the grievous fizzle of butterflies.
이 처참한
Alright, you got a good look at it. 6-barreled, etched. Looks good. Has the handle on it.
어차피
How much
그대를
would it cost to actually
화장할지니
use a minigun in the city? This is literally heavy tiers of it cost 400 billion and to fire this weapon for 12 seconds. Very interesting. Can I get a look at the minigun here? No, it's just getting pulling it out. Doesn't look like it has the external power supply or the cycler on it, but it's an ego weapon. Who cares? Look at this long ass Evo arm though. That is cool. That is a cool ass Evo long arm there.
좋죠.
Look at that. The first bell tolls.
원래의 일정과 원래의 일정이 후어져.
Alright, got a better look here. It could be the power supply here and the linker. I know. Like, I love the gun. I love the minigun. It looks fantastic, by the way. I know a little bit how it works. It's a series of things. And the main problem with the minigun is not only it's a heavy piece of shit, it's like 50 kilos without the ammunition. It requires an external power supply and the ammo. You need a lot of ammo for this thing. And naturally, you can't carry that shit on your back unless you're superhuman in some way or form, or you're using a magical gun. Heavy TF2, it has the ammo barrel into the gun, which is like right there, just under. That big thing, it's the ammo barrel for the minigun. Where he slots the power supply, because it's an electrical motor on the minigun, I don't know. And fun fact, miniguns don't have to spin up. Like, they're electric. They go from 0 to 100 almost instantaneously. They don't have to do the wind up. They go wee slowly. They just look at the lightning effects of a character. Oh, we got a good look at the depth laser here. I love it. I love it. I'm not too interested in the Dawn of the Victors, but I am interested in this. I need it.
이 수많은 무덤 있는 공간의 슬픈 이름이지.
With a minigun.
나는 그저 우물을 깃는 자.
이번에는
무엇을 내게 길어 올리라 부탁하려고 이곳으로 온 거니?
Whatever. We get. I don't really care about the card decorations, to be entirely honest. I never did. I don't think I know anyone that does. I want the tickets, I guess. Let's take a look at Yuna and Salvador. Warm tea early morning is, from a medical perspective, recommended for the regulation of circadian rhythm and the stimulation of gastrointestinal tract reflexes. Here we have the 1,000 needles, the armored prosthetic. He's singing fooling around with his new ego. He sure is not. Looks like a prosthetic or armored. You wanna have a? It looks like a prosthetic. It might be a prosthetic. It is a prosthetic. Two of them. Ah, so she does have two prosthetics. Interesting. Here we have the blades of the Stigma Workshop. The Stigma Workshop, I recall a little bit of its lore from Library of Ruina. They have these very nice etchings on the blades they're used, and they're all superheated. And the way they're called stigma is that when you burn someone with that weapon, it creates those markings in their flesh, literally putting a stigma on them. So if you see someone with those markings, you know they have been attacked by weapons from this particular workshop. However, may I recommend broadening your options to form other beverages, Herr Gregor? That's a pride skill, like the triple slasher. That is a lust or sloth. It's hard to tell what the color. It kind of looks like lust. Probably lust against the burning. That is a wrath.
나비가 날개 꽂힌 바늘이 건물의 벽체를 녹이는 것도 물론 주요한 문제입니다. 이 바늘의 연쇄성이 더 문제인 것 같군요.
Go on, show me more. Here's the. This leads me to believe this is some sort of charge. It feels like charge. I already saw this review video. It's possible even more tremor scored at these. Why haven't I heard the tremor sound effect? Let's take a look.
주변을 걷고 있던 일반 주민들이 바늘에 찔리는 것만으로 재폭발을 일으키니.
No, I just heard a tremor.
이런 단순 반복 업무를 파우스트에게 맡기는 것은 나비가 커다란 능력적 손실을 야기합니다. 싱클레어 당신의 쌍화차 제조 능력은 확실히 훌륭하지만 당신이 그런 것만 하려고 해결사가 된 것은 아닐 테니까요. 이 업무를 봐두도록 하시죠.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see her dialogue.
훌륭하지만
remarkable ability in brewing sankoacha.
당신이 그런 것만 하려고 해결사가 된 것은 아닐 테니까요. 이 업무를 봐두도록 하시죠.
자네가 하기 귀찮아서가 아니고.
시간문 소리는 그의 성장에 도움이 되지 않습니다. 그리고 순조롭게 끝났군요. 펼쳐내 꽤 고생할 것이라고 생각했습니다만 여러분들이 파우스트가 생각했던 것보다 유능했던 덕도 있겠군요.
Is it burn or enemy,
치바이의
tremor on
직도
self, or
이번에
charge?
회수하도록 할까요?
Or
반응형
some other sort of charge, or something similar to Fire Fist Gregor fuel
가끔
consumption.
파우스
Man, that is very. This here is very good. I like this. This is very good. That's very good art. That's a very good art for many reasons.
트만 사무소를 먹여 살리고 있는 것 같기도 합니다.
Feel free to grab lunch outside. Just crowding something here at the office.
자네들은
Little animation.
나가서 먹어. 나는 사무실에서 적당히 처리해도 되니.
I mean, man, they could have given him the mustache. He would have looked glorious with the mustache. Come on. We're missing a mustache here. And look at that prosthetic, man. That prosthetic is beautiful. There he is. Look. There he is. It's Pablo. Can't zoom in. Sorry, but here he is. He is here. He's eating a little biscuit.
다음 의뢰는 어떻게 할지 고민해봐야 하거든. 알지?
Punch counter
요새
there.
이야기가 많잖아. 이 초대장. 싱클레어고 아침부터 수고가
Show me
많아.
more. Show me more.
어제 의뢰가 좀 늦게 끝나서 늦게 들러도 된다고 했건만. 파우스트야. 그 천의 바늘 의뢰는 마무리 잘했나?
Because if you look at the good creature, if you get hit by the needle, the creature just explode into more needles, returning to a creature.
그런 것들만 너무 쫓진 않는 게 좋아.
Stuff
자네
like that. This idea is gonna go so hard with the
잘
R9
설명하지는
Eagle.
못하겠지만 그렇게 점점 풍족해져가는 것들에 대한 생각을 하고 있으면은
The more I wonder about
불현듯 역겨운 기분이 들어. 아마 내가 기억하지 못해도
Oh, he's talking about the smoke war.
경험적으로
Yeah, he was with
떠올리는 거겠지.
Roland when they were in the smoke war and they saw
그런
something they
것들이
shouldn't
참
have.
긍정적이지
They got their
못했어.
memories wiped because of that. But it does make an appearance during
오늘따라
the
상태들이
Roland
많이 안 좋았나?
Exception and Library Ruin, so
이 정도 의뢰일 줄 알았으면 고민할 필요도 없었겠고.
there you go.
다른 이들의 책도 찾아볼까요?
그래. 하는 김에 부수입도 챙기자. 슈바이 건 확실히 챙겨줘. 쏠쏠할 것 같아.
Computer, sorry.
곧 여명이
There's the
찾아올
big
거지.
attack.
네가
That's a
죽인
nice
목숨들의
fire
숫자를
slash, man.
헤아려봐라. 그리고 자문해봐.
I don't think about how many
정말
people do
네
it.
목숨이
So there's like more work than
그
there.
목숨들을 합한
That's a
것보다
cool
값어치
prosthetic.
않지.
That is, I like the robot arm.
나를 가로막는 껍질을
Here,
깨부수고
got the enter mode. When both of them die, he gets a mega power up, I guess.
고통스럽지만 견딜게요. 딛고 일어설게요. 그 누구보다 슬퍼하고 있는
I
나를
hope we
위해.
get this camera work during the fight. That would be great. Alright. That was pretty damn nice. Of course, I'm more excited about the minigun eagle than anything else, but I can't wait. And of course, we're going to be doing the rolls for Walpurgis live on stream. You get to see me have or not streamer luck or streamer curse. Depends on the way the coin flips. As usual, let's get back into our dungeon. That's it for this. Let's get back into Limbus. So let me just kill the display capture, go back to Limbus, and return our normal activities here. I hope that I could record this all right for the video I want to make. I want to make videos, and you know, I'm making this lot content here, might as well go for that. Anyway, I don't have the coffee. I was gonna drink a drink of coffee, but I don't have it. Anyway, let's take a look at the unit that we'll be doing the solo today, shall we? We have looked at Fire Fist Office Survivor before, so we're gonna be brief about explaining his mechanics. Like that, Walpurgis Night possible tremor core IDs. Very likely, I did hear a tremor burst there. I am thinking this might be a triple keyword ID. It might be charge, it might be burn, well, definitely burn, and it might be tremor. I did hear a tremor burst there. I would have to rewatch the video again to make sure I didn't misheard it, but I am thinking it's gonna be a triple status ID. Burn, tremor, and charge, because how the hell are they getting the power-ups from their swords? You gotta consider that. Unless it's a unique, unique thing, like Gregor here, Fire Fist has, I think it might be charged. Anyway, Fire Fist Office Survivor Gregor. Fan favorite. infamous Screaming Man. He has a very simple mechanic. It's quite simple. Don't be scared of it. He has 100 District 12 fuel. Basically, that's his charge. As he do attacks with skill 1, skill 2, and skill 3, he will consume more of that fuel. Once that fuel reaches below 50, it becomes overheated fuel. In overheated fuel mode, he deals more damage with the skills, like especially his skill 3. However, once he's totally out of fuel, it becomes a problem because he's no longer dealing damage. How do we get the fuel back? Very simple. We use our clashable counter, and the moment the combat starts, you have your 100 fuel again. So it's very short. You keep fighting as normal, consuming your fuel, consuming your fuel, consuming your fuel. Once you're below 50 is where you want to use your strongest attacks. And once you are out of fuel, you just reload it next turn with a clashable counter, making sure you don't waste your slots with anything. And it's a gloom slot, so you can activate certain passes with this as well. His clashable counter rolls a staggeringly high 16 with a single coin, but still a 16. A 16 is an equivalent of a skill 2, so using this is not downtime for your character at all. Sure, it's a single hit, but still, 16 roll is going to beat a lot of stuff out there. So it's just a guy that is very angry. You do Wrath Resonance, you do more damage against blood bags, etc, etc. He just burn punch, scream boy. He got escalation on his attacks, he got a nice 11 roller, he got a nice 16 roller with 2 levels of escalation, we got a skill tree that makes him scream really loud, which is fantastic voice acting. That is a nice 17 roller, 2 levels of escalation, extra base power based on burn on target. Very easy escalation, mind you, just 3 burn count is just a very good unit. It's just very powerful. So he has Lust, he has Wrath, and Blue. We probably cannot fuel any of our egos right now, but we're going to be counting on applying material for it as we go deeper into the dungeon. Let's view the team to give support to this incredibly angry individual. We could use... You could use Yiseng. It's just... healing SP on burn, but it requires a resonance with burn. So we're just gonna go with a ring pointless. That's just playing better, honestly. Ring pointless in terms of sanity heal is just having everyone beat, because it's 2 SP for every type of negative effect on target with no limits on how much times you can have this healing applied. Of course, there are certain things we can pay attention to. For example, this one applies to the ally with the lowest SP. In a team, this will be whatever ally has currently the lowest. While, for example, Liu Sang here applies extra healing on the character that lost SP. But we're gonna go with Ring Pointless. For Faust, we're gonna go with Ardor Blossom Star for the additional burn. We want to get burn as much as we can after all, right? So ally that has lowest SP inflicts more burn. For Dawn, we're gonna go with Sync Association for the haste on burn. So again, we're looking for that Wrath Resonance. We want to be angry. So we're gonna go for that. Moving on to Ryoshu. Ryoshu has New Association, which basically makes enemies that die with burn spread burn to random enemies. So we got more bang for our buck here. We move on to Mercil. Mercil does have New Association, which provides us a additional burn, but that's kind of lame. We're gonna go with Encorp Grubhammer, because since we have a lot of Wrath skills, we can actually make use of this. 1 attack power up and 1 protection when we're below 50% HP. Moving on to Konglu, you kind of already know what it is. It's difficult to compete with 20% extra damage, even if this one is applying additional burn count with the effect of our attack. Although that is kind of tantalizing now that I think of it. Our escalation comes from burn count, so you know what? Let's give Ting Tang Honglu a break and bring Liu Association to help. Moving on to Heathcliff. Heathcliff does have a decent passive here for Blunt. It's 10% more damage. What is the House's Spider? Online defense speed on Clash means base attacks inflict 1 burn count on target. And that's if there's one enemy defense personality and more content from it. That's just 1 more burn count once per turn for a 3 Resonance of Wrath. It's not really good. We could go for Chi Association instead for giving and taking 20% extra damage on a Wrath Resonance. And we are going to be doing a lot of Wrath Resonance. Moving on to Ishmael. This time I think the option is very easy. That is a 15% damage boost bonus against enemies with burn. So Leo Association it is. We could of course also stay with base Ishmael for the extra clash power at low health, which would synergize with Grob Hammer's passive, giving us 1 power up, 1 clash power below 50% health. Another option that would go really well with that would be the Hazel Pack Reroll at the wrench, giving us more clash power up when we're below 50% HP. That's 2 clash power up, 1 final power, and 1 attack power, and 1 protection. But we are already doing pretty good here, so let's keep with these. More damage on the burn. Moving on to Rhodia. What does Rhodia Thumb does? I forgot. I only used her yesterday. One ally with defense speed when triggering Tremor Burst and the enemy gains offense level up. Not very good. Let's check Leo Association. That is extra pierce damage against enemies with burn. We are purely blunt, so we cannot use it. We're gonna use then Base Rhodia. You know what it is. It's Base Rhodia. What else can you do? It's Base Rhodia. I think for Sinclair, we can use an ally infested with burn or rupture with 1 burn or rupture once per turn. That is just 1 more burn potency once per turn. Man, some of these IDs passes, they're really scared of giving us good passes, aren't they? Because it's 1 extra burn once per turn and that's it. That is it. There's nothing else. I guess it works for Rupture because Rupture is very dangerous, but come on. It could be better. Well, speaking of Dawn Office, let's use Dawn Office Sinclair, inflicting additional burn count 4 times per turn. And we need that burn counting. Moving on to Otis. Otis does not have much in the way of burn support, believe it or not. We do have the House of Spiders Middle Nurse Father with, I guess it's only 40. Yep. Can't use it. It's 4 envy revenue. Let's go with the random buffs or more damage against enemies with low health. Or we could get Ujat Vanguard Team Leader, which on a resonance of 3 with 1 protection. Let's go with G-Corp Manager Opens. For Eagles, we are going to be equipping Suddenly One Day, Lantern, Guardian of Thorns, and Solid Lament. Lantern is healing, Guardian of Thorns is healing, Solid Lament is a nice AoE blast. He is normal against blunts this time around, resistant against flash, but fatal against pierce. So we're not gonna find a replay of the whole weak to blunt, weak to slop. I always remember slop exists in this world, indeed. And I am the Slopmeister right here, right now. Speaking of slop, let's deploy into the dungeon and review our rules. Rules of the dungeon. For these last few episodes here, we are gonna follow this rule. No Grace of the Stars, no Starlight usage, no gift searching, no healing on shops, no revive. Since this is a solo run, we can retry fights up to 3 times, and that's all there is to it. No starting ego gift either. Gotta almost forget about that. So let's put on that counter there. How many lives we got with Gregor per 3. And with the rules ready to go, we shall deploy into the dungeon for the solo Screaming Man Bonanza. No buffs, no nothing. Give me a mirror dungeon with nothing. Give me a mirror dungeon with nothing. Nothing? And hold the ego gift. No ego gift? And hold the Starlight too. Alright, let's see. To be Pierced is a dangerous pack. It has not only crabs, it also has the Technological Liberation Alliance. To be Clean, it's okay, we don't use any of this gift. We're gonna go for the Unloving. Yeah, it's like a Would you like a set of Mao and Hung Lord Slop? Maybe. Let's check this mystery pack. We got a free gift. Nice. I like that. Let's hope we can handle the first fight. Go, my screaming boy.
입정을 알리는 음악 소리가 들리는
It would only be perfect if I had a way to avoid stagger, man. Right, these guys have
위에서
blunt and
당신을
piercing.
관리자로 정한
Lots
데에는
of piercing.
합당한 이유가
이야기는
있겠지.
We are not weak to sloth. So
기대하고
that's a
있겠습니다.
blessing.
단테.
Not much we can do right now. We could classical counter our way to success, but it actually rolled pretty hard, so let's go with classical counter for now.
언제까지 버티나 보자고.
Now we have to survive getting beaten up. This is always the hardest part of the dungeon. Surviving the initial beat up before we can get any healing or ego resources. Thankfully, it's just slaves, so they hit pretty damn low.
위에서 당신을 관리자로
Begin the
정한
stream.
언제까지 버티나
합당한
보자고.
이유가 있겠지. 기대하고
Strike down.
있겠습니다. 단테.
Ooh, big attack. That hurt. Stop piercing me. Scream for me, Gregor. There we go. The first scream of many. Here we go.
제가 괜히 먹을 것들을 사들고 오는 것이 아닙니다. 단테. 이런
He's gonna get
보수적인
stabbed.
효과를 기대했었죠.
No. Probably not. That one can actually stagger us. Believe in yourself, Gregor. Believe in yourself, Gregor. True blood power. Nice. Overheated fuel. And now it's time to heal the enemies. Ow.
위에서 당신을 관리자로 정한
Here
데에는
we no longer have
합당한 이유가
any
있겠지.
fuel left, so we gotta
기대하고
we're
있겠습니다.
gonna recharge by using collapsible counters. Fortunately, the last guy is gonna stab it, so we're just trying to prevent some damage.
언제까지 버티나 보자고.
We're gonna prevent some damage and prevent the early stab.
남길 말은 없겠지. 남길
Deal
말은
some damage, of
없겠지.
course. And here comes the stagger, boys. The thing we staggered a bunch of them before they can get free rain on our Gregor boy.
잊었으니까.
해잔병같이 무릎을 꿇고 있을 때인가 13번 수감자. 평소처럼 넉살 좋게 같이 상황을 개선해 보시지.
Okay, covered. We can get staggered.
언제까지 버티나 보자고.
We can get staggered again easily, so it's gonna be easy. We can take some damage. We just need to find some way to can't deal those right now. So it's going to be an endurance stuff. First objective is just to get another healing eagle or a eagle resource generating gift so that we can
그렇게
use our own
시원하게
eagles.
처리하니 보는 맛이 나는군. 일 처리는 빠르게 하는 편이 덜
You can also
답답한
get
법이지.
the great coat would give us healing whenever we use our classical counter.
그간의 전투 경험이
Christ,
쓸모없지
Gregor, you don't have to call those flames burning.
않은 조치였습니다.
Don't need to do that, Gregor. Alright, we got a free access to the shop here, so let's just take that. This is an excellent gift for us because that's true power after killing an enemy with blunt, and we're pure blunt. And there we have it. We got prejudice. We don't have pride, but that's 15% HP heal at the beginning of the round, which is nice. We kind of have to buy it because I wanted to get ashes to ashes because that's burn on everyone. So, unfortunately, we gotta create the voodoo doll because it's always nice. We can't heal, that's the thing. So we now have to beat a difficult fight without healing. we do have our Dante powers, and we will use them as necessary to avoid losing our stacks of Gregor up here in
입증을
the, on the
알리는
corner.
음악 소리가 들리는군.
Right? Let's power
이야기는
retry.
해장 후에 마저
Slash
하지.
blood. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna go right ahead with our eagle because we can fuel our own eagle apparently.
이야기는
Pay attention to
해장
that. It
후에
requires bloom and lust.
마저
We
하지.
can fuel our own eagle. Our own eagle is gonna give us some life regeneration of low health.
이제까지 버티나 보자고.
Sadly, our Tagger threshold is at low health, so we kind of want to avoid triggering it unless it's through tremor. But we don't have any pure tremor here right now, so it's what it's.
그래, 그렇게 시원하게 처리하니 보는 맛이 나는군. 일 처리는
Try to
빠르게
drag on
하는
the
편이
first fight as much
덜
as we can.
답답한
Again,
법이지.
unloving is a bit of a long boss fight first time, but for solos it's good because you can
강력한
just
공격은
drag it on
단순히 적을
as much as we can.
제거하는
Let's
이점만
avoid getting
있는
hit by
것이
all
아니죠.
run.
이제 저들은 자신도
이제까지
그렇게
버티나
생각하는
보자고.
안에 휩싸일
Slicing smack.
이제까지
Keep gaining
버티나
those slots,
보자고.
need those slots. Action economy is a brutal mix.
길말은 없겠지.
But unless you learn how to dance with her, it is one of the most sublime pleasures you can find out there.
의심방귀, 불안과 공포 그런 것들이 들끓을 때가 가장 취약하죠.
all that pride.
알아듣겠습니다.
이제까지 버티나 보자고.
지금이 적기라는 것입니다.
불타버렸나?
They stall that fight. Oh, not that.
이제까지 버티나 보자고. 불타버렸나?
Obliterate the guy with a fat hand of fire. Right, now we're at go time. We must avoid blunt damage because we are normal against blunt. For the change. Go, blunt damage has been taken care of. That leaves us flash damage, which is bad still, but not as bad. And we're nowhere near
이제까지
staggering.
버티나 보자고.
But we're nowhere near healing either, so any damage that we take are crit damage. That is no good.
불타버렸나?
Damn, he's wiping the floor with them. Look at how much burn he's already inflicting. Holy shit! He took care of the first wave almost by himself.
제가 괜히 먹을
Damn,
것들을
bragger.
사들고 오는 것이
Damn!
아닙니다.
Let's go with the lust skills.
이런
We have other
보수적인
fights in this
효과를
particular stage
있었죠.
that weren't as this one-sided. It was an actual struggle with certain IDs.
불타버렸나?
골치 아픈 것들이 고기 조각이 되었군요, 단테. 나쁘지 않은 성과입니다.
I see fierce attacks. Can't let you have fierce attacks. Here we go.
이제까지 버티나 보자고.
Scream, Gregor. You can survive the screaming.
쓸모가 없지 않았군요.
Then he really does bring a lot of damage to the table with his attacks, man. Here is really angry.
불타버렸나? 더러지 같은 놈들!
I should have added a screen counter to the screen today.
불타버렸나?
Right, we're out of fuel. Let's recover that fuel. A lot of fierce attacks I see in the board. Gotta take care of those fierces. I am not here to get fierce. Fine being blunted, I'm fine being slashed, but fierce? No, no, no. That should be.
언제까지 버티나 보자고.
Man, it's almost ironic how the guy that uses fire and blunt damage is dealing really, really well against the guys that are made of ice.
길만은 없겠지. 거지 같은 놈들.
You missed the spot there, buddy. Is this fire so slow with Gone Burn? That it is, Christmas. I haven't been here before, Christmas, because I do recall your name. But in any case, welcome to the stream. Hello there. It is a solo with John Byrne, but it is a special kind of solo because we follow these autistic rules that I made up, and we only go to floor 5. This is not an extreme mirror dungeon. Got some ego gift, that's useless for us. Let's see. We do have a single coin skill, but we don't have pride, so we can take that. And we can take... Nebulizer is real good, but we don't have pride to reactivate it. We could go with Crows and Cries because we win a clash to apply sync into the enemy, and we just got Skeletal Crumbs to give us more damage. I just have a hard time turning on screen only to heal like Christ. Then welcome, nonetheless. Okay, next we have Emotional Craving with 2 very good gifts. But I remember we got our asses kicked in Emotional Craving before because of certain unit. Emotional Indolence does not have good gift. It does have a generator gift here, which is a very good one, and the funny coin. And the coin is always good. To be crushed. Don't remember the enemies to be crushed. It does have painkillers, which are very nice. Cost generating gift and ego generating gift. So don't remember. Kidding me? Okay, we're gonna go here. We're gonna go to be crushed. Let's get crushed. What do we got here? Gregor is fully healed. We got the same gift that we got in the floor previous. Okay, more fuel for the ego furnace, I suppose. Take the middle path and hope for the best. I hope it's not Inquisitors. It's going to be
입증을
Inquisitors.
알리는 음악 소리가 들리는.
Don't be Inquisitors. Okay, it's somewhat worse. It's
얼간이들이
machinery.
흥겨워하는군.
Well,
대체로 저럴
do what we did
때
before.
이유가 있는
Start with our eagle so that we can heal at low health.
이유를 잡아
언제까지 버티나 보자고.
보시죠.
These guys have blunt attack, but I don't remember them having pierce attack. As long as they don't have pierce attack, we will be good. Right, our passive is active. If we're low on health, we're gonna regenerate. How does one get so much Starlight? Simple. By not using it. We're gonna get staggered first turn. Oh, I expected. They're all using slash.
지졌으니까.
Can we survive next turn? This is gonna be bad.
꿇고 있을 때인가 13번
Nope, that's that. He's weak to envy.
평소처럼 넉살좋게 같이
We're gonna have to
상황을
use something to
계산해보시죠.
survive.
가는 건.
Well, that goes one Gregor.
좀
How are we going to do that? How are we going to do that? These enemies have far too much health. They're weak to basically blunt. We are weak to envy.
해장 후에 마저 하지.
One option would be to use Superbia and pop it a eagle. Blunt here. Which one would make it resistant to envy? Yeah, Solid Laments sound like the option. So, let's pop our first Durante of the day, Superbia. We're gonna pop Solemn Lament because we are full SP right now, and we become resistant to Gluttony and to Envy, which is the two damage types these enemies use. This is also going to be a nice AoE, so it's going to be double nice. We got Farmer of Valentina, Rodia, MVP. Oh, you're right. You're talking about yourself.
언제까지 버티나 보자고.
it comes. And we just saw the wall boogies for this. I can't wait for the minigun.
가엾고 슬픈 아이들이 그저 해를 피웠어.
That was not great, Gregor. You didn't stagger a single one of them, but you did grow resistance to their attacks, which is what matters, I suppose. And there's the stagger.
괜찮아.
Dang, Gregor survived this barrage of attacks, so he can get his revenge next turn. How many of you are there? 9 HP. We ain't gonna survive this. God, even if we do activate the passive for suddenly one day,
마주하지.
right here, it's not enough HP to heal. And we don't have enough for Lantern right now. Yeah, we already used the Greek just to stagger them. This is dire. It's a dire, difficult situation because there is no. We're gonna die. We're gonna have to try again, do another Superbia, and try to use Sullen Lament over Clock to see if we can get a more staggers so we don't get our ass ringed like this. It's bad. Unless I use another one of these and try to survive, but that means we won't be able to use his abilities again for the rest of the dungeon. But hopefully until then, we're gonna get a gift that let us heal and use our egos for survivability. So I don't think we have other choices here other than using our second Dante power in the second floor. Really pathetic, I'll be honest, but we have to do what we have to do to win.
언제까지 버티나 보자고.
And it's gonna be lamenting for their lives when they see you pulling out a whole ass minigun on the battlefield. Pretty much, yeah.
그렇게 시원하게 처리하니
Again, 4,400 billion yen to fire this weapon for 12 seconds.
덜 답답한 법이지.
타버렸나.
걸레짝이 되어버렸나.
4 slots, 4 attacks.
나머지들만으로 해결해 볼 수 있겠습니까?
And pray. Pray, my dude.
언제까지 버티나 보자고.
We're literally gonna enter the next combat with 10 HP. Ugh.
인간의 전투 경험이 쓸모없진 않았군요.
Yep.
적합한 조치였습니다.
This is not going to go well. This is not going to go well next fight. We are literally entering the next fight with 10 HP, and it's an unfocused encounter which we can do nothing. Then there's another fight of those ahead. Ooh, I think we got cut short here. I'm thinking we got cut short. Nothing to do but to face battle head on. We might.
입증을 알리는
We're cut short. Our lives are gonna get cut short. We don't have ego generating gifts. Unless they all use counters, we are screwed. We are weak to Pierce and they do a lot of damage, man. Ah. Single slots from solo province.
내 팔은 뼈에 있었어.
Survive, Gregor! Survive, Gregor! A hopeless splash? Oh, we're paralyzed. Oh no. A neutral clash with an ego. Oh no. This is gonna be bad, man. We are literally... Alright. Coin toss time. Abnormalities like Picatola are all at a 50-50. If he gets the coin, we lose. Alternatively, I could use a multi-coin attack and ignore that completely. Once we clash, that extra...
이야기는 해장
Still gonna be a 5
마저 하지.
4. 5 4 4 would be an 8. 13 versus an attack that rolls a maximum of 15. That attack can kill us. Fight, Gregor.
이제까지 버티나
We lost.
보자고.
No! Hope still burns, bright into the firebug's breast.
그간의 전투 경험이 쓸모가 없진 않았군요.
Still alive.
단테.
We're still alive.
적합한 조치였습니다.
We're no longer paralyzed, and we're still alive.
이제까지 버티나 보자고.
Ooh, I'm on the edge of my seat right now. Come on, Gregor.
타버렸나?
Okay, we're alive. We live.
이제까지 버티나 보자고.
Ooh. Drilling edge of the seat to stop you.
더러지 같은 놈들.
그렇게 시원하게 처리하니 보는 맛이
한결말은 없겠지.
우리 처리는 귀찮은
He
고의가
lived.
담아진
Holy
모진
shit!
모양이죠.
But we're still in
관리자.
danger. The next fight
우선순위를
is going to be
잘
unfocused.
분별해서
Unfocused means 6
잘라낼 길
enemies.
기대하겠습니다.
I'll be honest, I don't think we're gonna survive this next one. It's 6 enemies. And we have no other choice. This one here is pretty much the same as this one. It's death. So we only bet on the slash whatever the hell this is. God, oh my god, I hate this, man. I hate focus encounters so much. But this is the rules of the dungeon that I subject myself to. Let's die with glory. Let's face the enemies head on and do the best we can. It's good bugs, and they have
시간이
fierce
원하진
attacks.
않죠.
Flash,
단테.
stab, big jabs.
이제 끝장을 내야 할 겁니다. 무한한 것도 대가가 없는 것도 그 어디에도 없을 테니.
We need our heat. That's the problem. Damage 36 damage. This is we have to use the power counter here. If we don't use the power counter, this attack is going to go first and it's going to nuke us. We still have to tank every single instance of damage from you guys before we activate our Eagle passive. And you flashed against the wrong guy. And come on, Gregor. Still not looking good though. Still not good.
대체로 저럴 때는 이유가
They're
있는
coming with more
겁니다.
stabs.
이유를 잡아 쫓아보시죠.
Let's go over because we don't have a gift that generates ego, or else we could use one of our healing, or 2 healing eagles that we have we can't use. Goodbye, Gregor. I'm sorry. Oh? No, there's 2 more attacks going. It's 4 HP. Well, true now. Come on. And there we go. 2 more tries.
벌써 만나러
2
가는
more
거.
tries. Try stage. I know it's pointless, but I'm
그렇지
following our rules here. Ready, HP. Coming with stabs, quick stabs. Survive, we get to activate people that's 15 HP per turn. Hope for the best. And do protection. There's also the protection.
내 팔은 변에 있었어.
It's up. So, Gregor, it's always like this, isn't it? Like, ego against overwhelming odds that survives somehow. Okay. Okay. Not great still. Okay.
언제까지 버티나 보자고.
Roll, motherfucker.
제가 괜히 먹을 것들을 사들고 오는 것이
A little bit of.
아닙니다.
They're giving me a rest, a moment of respite.
이런 부수적인
Make the
효과를
most out of it.
기대했었죠. 언제까지 버티나 보자고.
I think that after this we can go to the shop. The problem is, even if we go to the shop, we can't heal.
그래, 그렇게 시원하게 처리하니 보는 맛이 나는군.
Ah man, first me that they know is having to put no healing on the shops, on the rooms, man. Oh, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 4 slots. Could slot all clashable counters. Try and avoid the fierce attacks, which are coming from the guys on the back, and they are the fastest ones. Go like that.
버티나 보자고.
Come on, Gregor. Oh, if only you had lithograph, man.
아무래도
Help's coming back.
상황이 많이 불리해 보이는군.
Now we have full. He survived. He made it.
타기할 수
Very
있어.
nice. Oh, I love this Gregor. Scream louder. Scream your lungs out, Gregor, me boy. Survive. Fire fist up and survivor. Yes. Ah, that's another clip. I'm gonna quit. Hell yeah. Look at this guy go. Get him, Gregor.
나머지들은 해결해 볼 수 있겠습니까? 그간의 전투 경험이
He did it. He
쓸모가
fucking
없진
did it.
않았군요.
Can't heal. We're still gonna have to face a boss fight like this. But goddamn. Goddamn. I hope it isn't what I'm thinking it is. We can't heal. That's the problem. But we have the blue Zipolizer now. We have ego resources now. We are gonna burn max, I think. Although UPS system is nice. Let's sell something here. It's 203, I have 206. Sell this and get multiplied. Clear it down. I can't heal, Moises. It's part of the rules, remember? We cannot heal on a dungeon. We can't heal here. He has to survive like that. This is one of the rules we put up. has to fight like this. He will fight like this, and he will live. He will win.
입증을 알리는 음악 소리가 들리는군.
Actually, I would be very surprised if he does, but goddamn, it's certainly
얼간이들이
salvation.
흥겨워하는군.
Salvation.
대체로 저럴
We're
때
good.
이유가 있는 법이.
Let's not count, not hatch. Let's not count our chicks before they hatch, shall we?
언제까지 버티나 보자고.
Man, now I was at the edge of my seat. I love this kind of battle where it comes down to the wire, you know? This is what I miss about Mirror Dungeon Extreme. This is why I don't like Mirror Dungeon Extreme, because in the Mirror Dungeon Extreme, you don't get moments like this, where like, oh, if I fail this row, I die, because the numbers are so big that any small damage that you take just explodes you. This is why I prefer the dungeon like this. There's 5 floors, low numbers, every hit counts. Because in the Mirror Dungeon, the numbers are so inflated that doesn't make a difference. But
그렇게
in here,
시원하게
taking that extra side damage from that can kill you.
덜 답답한 법이지.
Right now, we don't have any sort of heal besides our ego and low on health. We're gonna pop it right now. We have to avoid fierce attacks like the plague. The fierce attacks are bad. We are good against slash, but fierce attacks, no sir.
이야기는 해장 후에 언제까지 버티나 보자고.
Gregor, that motherfucking survivor.
내 팔은 뼈에 있었어.
Scream, Gregor, me boy. Get that anger out. Gotta take that damage. Don't have enough slots. Heal on the
아무래도
enemies.
상황이 많이 불리해 보이는군. 시계를 돌리지 않고 타기할 수 있을지.
언제까지 버티나 보자고.
Miss me with that fierce attack, brother. To the wire down to the 71 HP, no heals, 1 cigarette, half a cup of coffee, no sugar, living in the city.
언제까지 버티나 보자고.
Oh, we do desperately need some healing though. We do need some healing besides Pride and Prejudice, which is at the beginning of the fight. We already used 2 of our anti-powers earlier, which is very bad, but we'll make it. I'm sure of it. Now that we have a gift that can generate eagle resources, we can actually use some eagles that heal us, like Lantern and Garden of Thorns.
의심, 암귀,
Now we
불안과
defeat.
공포
They're
그런 것들이
putting so
들끓을
much
때가
burn.
가장 취약하죠. 알아듣겠습니까?
I don't have to deal with that guy.
지금이 적기라는 것입니다.
언제까지 버티나 보자고.
더러지 같은 놈들!
Very good. Just beautiful, Gregor. Ah, me boy. Try to get Fierce Gift. Nope. Okay. My painkiller, we need that. The rest can go screw itself. Child within a flask, of course. That's we got our eagles guaranteed. Whew. Alright, we got Insignificant Envy and Repressed Wrath. Repressed Wrath is giving us a rock, but the enemy takes less damage from Wrath, and we have a chance to fight the goddamn moth, and the moth is very dangerous, so we're gonna go Insignificant Envy. I'm not even gonna look at the crabs, because the crabs are hell. Crab hell. Hell crab. We got here a free level up. Yes, I want to level up. I want to level up. Give me the level up. Make Gregor stronger.
먹고 살려고
Gregor's quickly become.
어지간한 건다
Oh
해봤거든.
no! Oh no! I am not going to go there. But envy and gloom. What are we fighting down here? We're gonna go here and see what fresh hell awaits us, huh?
입증을 알리는 음악 소리가 들리는군.
And you all know what this means, right? No need for rights. This does not do it. It's a one-way trip to stagger to death hell because they inflict so much rupture.
언제까지 버티나 보자고. 그 믿음은 헛된 발음일 뿐이잖아.
Want the minigun already?
그저 편의점.
I didn't hear any staggers. Oh no.
괜찮아.
Oh, goodbye. We're dead.
찢었으니까.
We did so well in that battle, and now we're dead. There's
패전병같이
nothing we can do
무릎을
about
꿇고
this.
있을 때인가 13번 수감자. 평소처럼 넉살 좋게 같이 상황을 개선해 보시지.
Well, let's give it another try, shall we?
이러지 않나.
It was a save up until now because I don't have any more Dante powers,
얼간이들이
and these
흥겨워하는군.
enemies are too
대체로
powerful.
저럴 때는
We can
이유가
usually
있는
stagger them in the
법입니다.
first turn with
이유를
Solid
찾아
Lament if we have
쫓아보시죠.
Carmilla. We don't.
언제까지 버티나 보자고. 가엾고 슬픈 아이들이군. 그저 애도를 피울 수.
Did hear a stagger, which is less
나라도
damage that we take, but
그렇게
that's still not
했을
enough.
테지.
Because when we use that eagle, we become fatal
이만하면
to
훌륭해.
Wrath, and they have Wrath
상처는
Pierce.
찢었으니까.
시간이 무한하진
오케이,
않죠.
오케이.
단테 이제 끝장을
Low
내야 할
health.
겁니다. 무한한 것도 대가가 없는 것도 그 어디에도 없을 테니.
There's an opportunity here. You can heal enough. That attack is still gonna hurt me, motherfucker, because it's hurting rupture per hit, and there's many hits coming my way. Don't think it's gonna be enough, but we'll try.
언제까지 버티나 보자고.
Try to get some healing
선물이라고
here.
할 건 없고.
Come on. I don't think it's
자,
gonna be enough. but it was
이걸로
worth a shot.
대신하지.
그간의
Maybe I
전투
should have
경험이
gambled on the
있었진
Solemn Lament
않았군요.
or the Stagger.
좋은 조치였습니다.
Here comes the attacks. One, death. Simple as that.
벌써
Maybe I should have
만나러 가는가.
betted on the Solemn Lament. One more time.
이러지 않나.
One less life. One less try with the Gregory boy.
얼간이들이
First one went
흥겨워하는
well by just using Solemn
대체로 저럴
Lament.
때는 이유가 있는
We're gonna try it
법입니다.
again.
이유를 잡아
Hope that's enough.
쫓아보시죠.
언제까지 버티나
Of
보자고.
course he's gonna lose the clash. What a pathetic way to go, Gregor.
괜찮아. 상처는 찢었으니까. 패전병같이 무릎을
Even
꿇고
with the
있을
healing,
때인가 13번
it's not enough.
수감자.
Too much rupture,
평소처럼
too much of our own
넉살
damage
좋게
weakness.
같이 상황을 개선해 보시지.
벌써 만나러 가는가.
Unfortunately, we have tried 3 times in a row. We are out of lives for Gregor. It's already been 1.5 hours, although we could discount that it has been 1 hour just watching the trailer for the Walpurgis, but unfortunately we have to follow our own rules here. We have tried 3 times to beat this fight. We almost got a breakthrough there, but unfortunately Gregor has died on his way to Lamantiland. Unfortunate, but it is the rules we subject ourselves to here. Well, what else can we do?
다음에는 더 많이 불태울 거다. 너희가 마실
What?
피 한 방울조차
It was
남기지
nice while it lasted. Fireface Gregor is an excellent idea. It has a very simple gimmick of managing your fuel if you want to keep doing maximum damage. We got an excellent and wonderful fight, and we managed to beat the boss too, for true. But dead rabbits, most of the enemies from Wuthering Heights are very dangerous for a solo fighter, and unfortunately we encountered Dead Rabbit. We tried 3 times, but it didn't go through. Fortunate, but such is life. Have to give up the rewards and try it tomorrow. Something else. But that is it for the mirror dungeon of today. I know, sad. I could try again. I limit myself to these rules to try and make things a little bit more interesting. But unfortunately, by limiting myself to those rules, it means sometimes I am going to have to accept defeat, even if it's kind of shitty. Well, now is the time for those of you that came here for gameplay to go, because we're gonna go read the next chapter of Crime and Punishment. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back, and then we're gonna read. Even if you decide to leave now, please consider leaving a like, a comment, or a subscribe to help the channel. And when I be back, we're gonna be reading our book. And once we're done with this book reading, it will be its own stream, no longer attached to a Limbus company. So I'll be right back, like I said, and I'll be right back. Sometimes we have to take the sour with the sweet, and the sweet was that sweet fight that he had before there. I know, I feel bad too about having to, stop the dungeon there, but rules and all that. Well, let's get to our book reading, shall we? Again, if you're planning to leave now, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that. Helps a lot. Now, recap of last time on Crime and Punishment. Svidrigailov, the human garbage bag, decided to kill himself in front of a random person because he couldn't get his love to the love of his life to love him back, that being Raskolnikov's sister. So after Raskolnikov's sister tried to shoot him but failed, he grabbed the gun, went out, and you motherfuckers, all of ya. Let me tell you something. I just realized that my desktop audio was on OBS. That means Limbus audio was being captured twice. I won't be able to clip the amazing fights that Gregor had because the audio would be all fucked up. You should have told me. Unfortunately, oh well. Anyway, let's get back to the book, shall we? One more chapter, we're almost at the end. Chapter 7. The same day, about 7 o'clock in the evening, Raskolnikov was on his way to his mother's and sister's lodging, the apartment in Bakalayev's house, which Razumikin had found for them. The stairs went up from the street. Raskolnikov walked with lagging steps, as though still hesitating whether to go or not. But nothing would have turned him back. His decision was taken. Besides, it doesn't matter, they still know nothing, he thought, and they are used to thinking of me as an eccentric. He was appallingly dressed, his clothes torn and dirty, soaked with a night's rain. His face was almost distorted from fatigue, exposure, the inward conflict that had lasted for 24 hours. He had spent all the previous night alone, God knows where. But anyway, he had reached a decision. He knocked at the door, which was opened by his mother. Dunya was not at home. Even the servant happened to be out. At first, Pulcheria Alexandrovna was speechless with joy and surprise. Then she took him by the hand and drew him into the room. "Here you are," she began, faltering with joy. "Don't be angry with me, Rodya, for welcoming you so foolishly with tears. I am laughing, not crying. Did you think I was crying? No, I am delighted. But I've got into such a stupid habit of shedding tears. I've been like that ever since your father's death. I cry for anything. Sit down, dear boy. You must be tired. Ah, I see you are. Oh, and how muddy you are." "I was in the rain yesterday, mother," Raskolnikov began. No, Pulcheria Alexandrovna hurriedly interrupted. "You thought I was going to question you in the womanish way I used to? Don't be anxious. I understand. I understand it all now. I've learned how things are here and can see for myself that they are better. I've made up my mind once and for all. How could I understand your plans and expect you to give an account of them? God knows what concerns and plans you may have, or what ideas you're hatching. So, it's not for me to keep nudging your elbow, asking what you were thinking about. But my goodness, why am I running to and fro as though I were crazy? I'm reading your article in the magazine for the third time, Rodya. Dmitri Prokofitch brought it to me. When I saw it, I cried out to myself, 'There you are, you foolish old thing.' I thought that's what he's busy about. That's the solution of the mystery. Learned people are always like that. He may have some new ideas in his head just now. He's thinking them over, and I worry about him and upset him. I read it, my dear, and of course there was a great deal I did not understand, but that's only natural. How should I?" "Show me, mother." Raskolnikov took the magazine and glanced at his article. Incongruous as it was with his mood and his circumstances, he felt that strained and bittersweet sensation that every author experienced the first time he sees himself in print. Besides, he was only 23. It lasted only a moment. After reading a few lines, he frowned and his heart throbbed with anguish. He recalled all the inward conflict of the preceding months. He flung the article to the table with disgust and anger. "But however foolish I may be, Rodya, I can see for myself that you will very soon be one of the leading, if not the leading men in the world of Russian thought. And they dare to think you were mad. You don't know, but they really thought that. Ah, the despicable creatures! How could they understand genius? And Dunya was all but believing it. What do you say to that? Your father sent things twice to magazines. The first time, poems. I've got the manuscript, I'll show you. And the second time, a whole novel. I begged him to let me copy it out, and how we prayed that they would be taken. They weren't. I was breaking my heart, Rodya, 6 or 7 days ago over your food and your clothes by the way you're living. But now I see how again I was foolish. For you can attain any position you like by your intellect and talent. No doubt you don't care about that for the moment, and you're occupied with much more important matters." "Dunya's not home, mother?" "No, Rodya. I often don't see her. She leaves me alone. Dmitri Prokofitch comes to see me. It's so good of him, and he always talks about you. He loves you and respects you, my dear. I wouldn't say that to Dunya was inconsiderate towards me. I'm not complaining. She has her ways, and I have mine. She seems to have got some secrets of late, and I never have any secret from you too. Of course, I am sure that Dunya has far too much sense, and besides she loves you and me. But I don't know what it will all lead to. You made me so happy by coming now, Rodya, but she has missed you by going out. When she comes in, I'll tell her. Your brother came in while you were out. Where have you been all this time? You mustn't spoil me, Rodya. You know, Come when you can, but if you can't, it doesn't matter. I can wait. I shall know, anyway, that you are fond of me. That will be enough for me. I shall read what you write. I shall hear about you from everyone. And sometimes you come yourself to see me. What could be better? Here you've come now to comfort your mother. I see that. Here, Pulcheria Alexandrovna began to cry. Ah, here I am again. Don't mind my foolishness. My goodness, why am I sitting here? She cried, jumping up. There is coffee, and I don't offer you any. Ah, that's the selfishness of old age. I'll get it at once. Mother, don't trouble yourself. I am going now. I haven't come for that. Please, listen to me. Pulcheria Alexandrovna went up to him timidly. Mother, whatever happened, whatever you hear about me, whatever you were told about me, will you always love me as you do now? He asked suddenly from the fullness of his heart, as though not thinking of his words and not weighing them. Rhodia, what is the matter? How can you ask me such a question? Why, who will tell me anything about you? Besides, I wouldn't believe anyone. I would refuse to listen. I've come to reassure you that I've always loved you, and I'm glad that we are alone. Even glad Dunya is out. He went on with the same impulse. I have come to tell you that though you will be unhappy, you must believe that your son loves you now more than himself, and that everything you thought about me, that I was cruel and didn't care about you, was all a mistake. I shall never stop loving you. Well, that's enough. I thought I must do this and start with this. Pulcheria Alexandrovna embraced him in silence, pressing him to her bosom and weeping gently. I don't know what is wrong with you, Rhodia, she said at last. I've been thinking all this time that we were simply boring you, and now I see there is great sorrow in store for you, and that's why you're miserable. I've seen it coming for a long time, Rhodia. Forgive me for speaking about it. I keep thinking about it and lie awake at nights. Your sister lay talking in her sleep all last night, talking for nothing but you. I caught something, but I couldn't make it out. I felt all morning as though I were going to be hanged, waiting for something, expecting something, and now it has come. Rhodia, where are you going? You're going away somewhere? Yes, that's what I thought. I can come with you, you know, if you need me. And Dunya, too, she loves you. She loves you dearly. And Sofia Semyonovna may come with us if you like. You see, I am glad to look upon her as a daughter, even. Dmitri Prokofitch will help us to go together. But where are you going? Goodbye, Mother. What, today? She cried as though she were losing him forever. I can't stay. I must go now. And I can't come with you? No. But kneel down and pray to God for me. Your prayer perhaps will reach him. Let me bless you and sign you with the cross. That's right, that's right. Oh, God, what are we doing? Yes, he was glad. He was very glad that there was no one there, that he was alone with his mother. For the first time after all those awful months, his heart was softened. He fell down in front of her. He kissed her feet, and both of them wept, embracing. And she was not surprised and did not question him this time. For some days she had realized that something awful was happening to her son, and that now some terrible moment had come for him. Rhodia, my darling, my firstborn, she said, sobbing. Now you are just as when you were little. You would run like this to me and hug me and kiss me. When your father was alive and we were poor, you comforted us simply by being with us. And when I buried your father, how often we wept together at his grave and embraced, as now. And if I've been crying recently, it's because my mother's heart has had the foreboding of trouble. The first time I saw you, that evening, you remember, as soon as we arrived here, I guessed it just from your eyes. My heart sank at once. And today, when I opened the door and looked at you, I thought the fatal hour had come. Rhodia, you are not going away today. No. You come again? Yes, I'll come. Rhodia, don't be angry. I don't dare question you. I know I mustn't. Just tell me, is it far where you're going? Very far. What is awaiting you there? Some post or career for you? What God sends. Just pray for me. Raskolnikov went to the door, but she clutched him and gazed despairingly into his eyes. Her face was gripped with terror. Enough, Mother, said Raskolnikov, deeply regretting that he had come. Not forever. Is not yet forever? You come tomorrow? I will. Goodbye now. He tore himself at last. It was a warm, fresh, bright evening. It had cleared up in the morning. Raskolnikov went to his lodgings. He made haste. He wanted to finish everything before sunset. He did not want to meet anyone until then. Going up the stairs, he noticed that Nastasia rushed from the samovar to watch him intently. Can anyone have come to see me? He wondered. He had a disgusted vision of Porphyry, but opening his door, he saw Dunya. She was sitting alone, plunged in deep thought, and looked as though she had been waiting for a long time. He stopped short in the doorway. She rose from the sofa in dismay and stood up facing him. Her eyes fixed upon him betrayed horror and infinite grief. And from those eyes alone, he saw at once that she knew. Should I come in or go away? I've been all day with Sofia Semyonovna. We were both waiting for you. We thought that you would be sure to come here. Raskolnikov went into the room and sank exhausted on a chair. I feel weak, Dunya. I am very tired, and I would have liked at this moment to be able to control myself. He glanced at her mistrustfully. Where were you all night? Where were you all night? I don't remember clearly. You see, sister, I wanted to make up my mind once and for all, and several times I walked by the Neva. I remember that I wanted to end it all there, but I couldn't make up my mind. He whispered, looking at her mistrustfully again. Thank God! That was just what we were afraid of, Sofia Semyonovna and I. Then you still have faith in life? Thank God! Thank God! Raskolnikov smiled bitterly. I haven't had any faith, but I have just been weeping in your mother's arms. I haven't had any faith, but I have just asked her to pray for me. I don't know how it is, Dunya. I don't understand it. Have you been to see her? Have you told her? Cried Dunya, horror-stricken. Surely you haven't done that. No, I didn't tell her. In words. But she understood a great deal. She heard you talking in your sleep. I'm sure she half understands it already. Perhaps I was wrong to go and see her. I don't know why I did go. I am a contemptible person, Dunya. A contemptible person, but ready to face suffering. You are, aren't you? Yes, I am going. At once. Yes. To escape the disgrace, I thought of drowning myself, Dunya. But as I looked into the water, I thought that if I had considered myself strong until now, I'd better not be afraid of disgrace, he said, hurrying on. It's pride, Dunya. Pride, Rhodia. There was a gleam of fire in his lusterless eyes. He seemed to be glad to think that he was still proud. You don't think, sister, that I was simply afraid of the water? He asked, looking into her face with a sinister smile. Oh, Rhodia, hush! Cried Dunya bitterly. Silence lasted for 2 minutes. He sat with his eyes fixed on the floor. Dunya stood at the other end of the table and looked at him with anguish. Suddenly he got up. It's late. Time to go. I'm going at once to give myself up. But I don't know why I am going to give myself up. Big tears fell down her cheeks. You are crying, sister, but can you hold out your hand to me? You doubt it? She threw her arms around him. Aren't you half atoning for your crime by facing the suffering? She cried, holding him close and kissing him. Crime? What crime? He cried in sudden fury. That I killed a vile, noxious insect, an old pawnbroker woman of no use to anyone? Killing her was an atonement for 40 sins. She was sucking the life out of poor people. Was that a crime? I am not thinking of it, and I am not thinking of atoning for it. And why are you all rubbing it in on all sides? A crime, a crime! Only now I see clearly the imbecility of my cowardice, now that I have decided to face this superfluous disgrace, simply because I am contemptible and have nothing in me that I have decided to. Perhaps, too, for my advantage, as that Porphyry suggested. Rhodia, what are you saying? You have shed blood, cried Dunya in despair. Which all men shed, he put in almost frantically, which flows and has always flowed in streams, which is spilt like champagne, and for which men are crowned in the capital and are later called benefactors of mankind. Look into it more carefully and understand it. I, too, wanted to do good, and would have done hundreds, thousands of good deeds to make up for that one piece of stupidity. Not stupidity even, simply clumsiness. For the idea was by no means as stupid as it seems now that it has failed. Everything seems stupid when it fails. By that stupidity, I only wanted to put myself into an independent position, to take the first step, to obtain means, and then everything would have been smoothed over by benefits immeasurable in comparison. But I couldn't carry out even the first step, because I am contemptible. That's what's that matter. And yet I won't look at it as you do. If I had succeeded, I would have been crowned with glory. But now I am trapped. But that's not so. Not so, Rhodia. What are you saying? We got a new subscriber. Thank you so much, man. Ah, it's not picturesque, not aesthetically attractive. I fail to understand why bombarding people by regular siege is more honorable. The fear of appearances is the first symptom of impotence. I've never recognized this more clearly than now, and I am further than ever from seeing that what I did was a crime. I've never been strong and more convinced than now. The color had rushed into his pale, exhausted face, but as he uttered his last explanation, he happened to meet Dunya's eyes, and he saw such anguish in them that he could not help being checked. He felt that he had anyway made those two poor women miserable, that he was in any case the cause. Dunya, darling, if I'm guilty, forgive me, though I cannot be forgiven if I am guilty. Goodbye. We won't argue. It's time. High time for me to go. Do not follow me. I have somewhere else to visit. But you go at once and sit with Mother. I beg you. It's my last request of you. Don't leave her at all. I left her in a state of anxiety that she's not fit to bear. She will die or go out of her mind. Be with her. Wishmaking will be with you. I've been talking to him. Don't cry about me. I'll try to be honest and manly all my life, even if I am a murderer. Perhaps I shall someday make a name for myself. I won't disgrace you, you see. I'll still show. Now, goodbye for the present, he concluded hurriedly, noticing again a strange expression in Dunya's eyes at his last words, and promises. Why are you crying? Don't cry, don't cry. We are not parting forever. Ah, yes, wait a minute, I forgot to. He went to the table, took up a thick, dusty book, opened it, and took from between the pages a little watercolor portrait on ivory. It was the portrait of his landlady's daughter, who had died of fever, that strange girl who had wanted to be a nun. For a minute, he gazed at the delicate, expressive face of his fiancée, kissed the portrait, and gave it to Dunya. I used to talk a great deal about it to her, only to her, he said thoughtfully. To her heart, I confided much of what has since been so hideously realized. Don't be uneasy, he returned to Dunya. She was as much opposed to it as you, and I am glad that she is gone. The great point is that everything now is going to be different. It's going to be broken in two. He cried, suddenly returning to his dejection. Everything, and am I prepared for it? Do I want it myself? They say it is necessary for me to suffer. What's the object of these senseless sufferings? Shall I know any better what they are for? When I am crushed by hardships and idiocy and weak as old man after 20 years penal servitude? And what shall I have to live for then? Why am I consenting to that life now? Oh, I knew I was contemptible when I stood looking at Neva at daybreak today. At last they both went out. It was hard for Dunya, but she loved him. She walked away, but after going 50 paces, she turned around to look at him again. He was still in sight. At the corner, he too turned, and for the last time their eyes met. But noticing that she was looking at him, he motioned her away with impatience and even vexation, and turned the corner abruptly. I am wicked, I see that, he thought to himself, feeling ashamed a moment later of his angry gesture to Dunya. But why are they so fond of me if I don't deserve it? Oh, if only I were alone and no one loved me, and I too have never loved anyone, none of this would have happened. But I wonder, shall I, in those 15 or 20 years, grow so meek that I shall humble myself before people and whimper at every word that I am a criminal? Yes, that's it. That's what they are sending me there for. That's what they want. Look at them, running to and fro about the streets. Every one of them a scoundrel and a criminal at heart, and worse still, an idiot. But try to get me off, and they'd be wild with righteous indignation. Oh, how I hate them all. He started imagining the process which would accomplish it, that he could be humbled before all of them, indiscriminately, humbled by conviction. And yet, why not? It must be so. Would not 20 years of continual servitude crush him utterly? Water wears out a stone. And why should he live after that? Why should he go now when he knew that it would be so? It was the 100th time, perhaps, that he had asked himself that question since the previous evening. But still, he went. All right, we've finished for today's chapter. Let me book reading off. There we go. So, book Crime and Punishment. Very good book. Highly recommended. we're almost at the end of it, and we are almost getting our new overlay and new games here on the stream too. So look forward to that. Editing videos as well. Hopefully I can get that regular fight that we just had here and turn it into a video, because that was some hype shit. But that is it for today, my friends. If you enjoyed the stream, please recommend it to your enemies. No, wait. Please recommend it to your friends. But if you didn't like, please recommend it to your enemies. If you want to give some support to the channel, please consider leaving a like, a comment, or a subscribe, or a follow on Twitch if you're on Twitch, or a follow on Twitter, because I post stuff there sometimes too. With all that said, thank you all so much, sweet kisses, and goodbye.